And for the next session, that is Elevate CX using Intelligent Front Door. For this, I would like to request Mr. Venkatraman Swaminathan, CX Solution Expert, Avaya. Venkatraman is Consulting Sales Engineer for Avaya India. He has 22 plus years of experience in contact center and unified communication industries, working in roles including project engineer, systems engineering, private cloud architect. At Avaya, Venkatraman provides strategic directions to customers and business leaders to devise digital transformation and CX strategies. His constant endeavor is to create brand Avaya as the go-to brand for CX transformation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Today I'll just talk about how we can use the intelligent front door. While the concept itself is not new, I'll talk about how we can use that to elevate the customer experience and overcome some of the problems which are there in the current approach. Now, the most common concept that we see across choose your own journey, and it's been there for quite a while where we say that you let customer choose their own journey. And typically what you see in any customer experience websites or apps or others, that you get login and you get to choose your what other you want to chat, you want to call, go through the knowledge base, and these are typical scenario that comes in. Now, one way of looking at it is that yes, customer get to choose what they want to do, but the challenge that lies in this approach, it feels like an adventure which may have a lot of uncertainties. Now, in a customer experience, uncertainty is not a great way of looking at it. Now, how do we overcome? Now, just dwelling a little deeper on the challenges, right? Now, what we have is, say, for example, you go into a chatbot, you ask for an answer, but you don't find it, then you call the call center, and then you go through the menu, the agent transfers, and then you finally realize that, yes, you still, maybe after a lot of effort, you probably get a resolution. Now, with that answering and giving an input saying that this was the challenge, it gave me the same path and the same journey that all this was leading into, and it did not give me an option where I could talk. Now I had to hack into their mechanism of how reaching an agent, and then finally I was able to talk to a person, and it fixed it. The person understood the issue, and then immediately they got the book picked, and they got the right book replaced. Now it took me, and somebody who's tech savvy and who's been using, understand the way the customer experience work, still it took me 2 days to figure it, so I can understand if somebody was not, had some other issue, I think it's going to be a challenge. And this is a very common thing, even most of the, like Uber or most of the tech savvy ones, when they don't leave an option for you to reach out for anything which you can't address. Now, to navigate that, what we call is intelligent front door. Now, this concept is not new, and this again I've used the Gartner slide out here, but the concept itself is not new. And if you go to any office or any place, you would have a front door. You will have a front door, front desk people who will guide you, saying that in case you have a meeting or you have any interviews or any of that, they will guide you through and say that what are the steps that you need to follow and for the next step. Now, the concept is you probably leverage this. Now, what has changed? Why are we bringing in this as a concept? With a lot of enhancements on AIs and especially on the generative side, you can leverage that to identify the issue and then use all you can use that to transform the way your customer can reach out to. Still not completely going away with the choose your own journey. Now, the website that I was referring to, now the same thing, you can just replace that with a mechanism where customer can give out what is the issue, why are they reaching out for you. And it could be on voice, it could be across all the channels, and the same set of information can be used for identifying the customer's pain areas, why they are trying to reach out for you, and then address it. Now, now, how does that change? Now, say for example, you have built in a front end where you go ahead and build the engine to describe the problem, and then you do a segmentation, and you can find out, is it a routine query, is it something. Now, and in case if it is a segment, now for example, customer prefers a phone call. A lot of customers are there who prefer phone call instead of a chat or an email or a text. Based on the segment and the customer profile, you give them an option to call or a call back or trigger a call back. Or in case you already built a lot of journeys on it, you don't need to change the entire journey at the back end, like a chatbot, contact center. You don't have to change all of it, but you just guide the customer on which is the right path for them. Just a front desk so that it makes it easy. And in case it's not able to identify, like in my case, the book refund, the wrong book delivery, since it's not there, it's not able to find it, then you give an immediate call back. Anything which is not in the map journey, then you give in a situation where human intervention can come in. And that's the approach that I'm referring to. Now, while doing that, you got to be cautious in terms of when you bring in a front desk. Like in this example, I don't know if you are able to read this, but like in this example, one of the delivery companies outside India, they use this. When you put in a generative AI, you have to be very cautious on what customer can do and cannot do. The way the customer prompted, it was able to tell that they are the worst delivery company and they should go look out for some other option. So when you bring in a generative AI, while as a front desk, it will definitely help customer a lot in terms of identifying the issues and resolving it. But be cautious on how you do it, and you have to test it thinking that you are dealing with a frustrated customer as well. Now the question is, where does Avaya fit in? I'm representing Avaya here. Where does Avaya fit in? Again, contact center, we are a leading contact center platform player. Of course, this is one of the pillars of our customer experience. While there are many pillars for a customer experience, doing a great customer experience, we have one of the pillars that technology players who help in delivering a great customer experience. And recently we have launched Avaya Infinity, which is, the idea of this platform is it's an evolutionary platform where you can bring in a hyper-personalized experience for both customer and agents, where you can have custom flows even for the agents. Depending on how they are, you can easily navigate and you can orchestrate the connections across. And the other thing that we've emphasized on in the evolution of our platform is we have kept it AI agnostic. While we understand that every organization would have their own preference, or they might already have started the journey on AI for different use cases. You might already have a different set of AI companies where you are leveraging on, or you might have a homegrown AI engine which is delivering it. We kept it AI agnostic. The other differentiator that we bring in is we on-premise hyperscalers. Now, cloud has been a buzzword for long. Well, it does bring in a lot of advantage and in a lot of use cases. But there are scenarios like, say, in a banking or a government entities where you can't put it on the cloud, or it has to be a dedicated cloud. Now, that's where we also have a solution where you can have the hyperscalers like Azure running on-premise behind your firewall in your network, where you can control what data goes in, what data goes out, where your data resides, and where what data is allowed for any sort of analytics. So that's the kind of control that we are bringing in. And we also have an option of private cloud, especially for the customers who have a complete control and a bespoke security mechanisms in the system. So that's broadly the differentiator that I'm talking about. And we can talk more on what we can offer and how we can help you in bringing in a better customer experience. And we can maybe chat offline and discuss further. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Venkatraman.